There are many aspects of behavioral biology, and I wish to tell you about a few today. The first thing essential to understanding behavioral biology is stimuli. Stimuli is anything that is experienced by an organism. There are two forms of stimuli. External stimuli, like a loud noise that makes one flinch, is something that comes from outside of the body. Internal stimuli is exactly the opposite. An example would be hunger, which would make one want to eat. The previous examples each happen to be innate behaviors. They're genetic. The alternative to innate behaviors is learned behaviors. These behaviors generally come from experiences. For example, imprinting is one form. This generally happens several days after birth. Here is a clip of imprinting in ducks. You will see, as these ducks hatch out of their eggs, they follow the first person they see. Next, Dr. Robert has recreated the famous case of Pavlov and his dogs, in which, after ringing a bell whenever the dogs are fed, Pavlov teaches his dogs to salivate whenever he rings a bell. Habituation is when an organism is exposed to the same stimuli many times and learns to ignore it. In the next clip you will see a young ferret, while originally fascinated by the penguin dancing by, learns to ignore it, and after seeing it many times, loses interest. The final type of a learned behavior is trial and error.
This dog's leash is wrapped around a tree so that while he stays on that side of the tree, he will not be able to reach the bowl of treats. This squirrel, on the other hand, is used to a more 3D complex environment where going the most direct route is not necessarily the fastest route. It uses trial and error and realizes that going around the tree will actually be more productive. As you can see, this squirrel becomes very happy because it finally reaches the candy.
While innate behaviors come from genes, learned behaviors can come from many places. These places are called environmental factors. The behaviors of various different organisms are affected varying degrees by both genes and environmental factors. For example, humans are largely affected by environmental factors, while insects are mostly affected by genes.